All right, here goes a quite interesting video that Southern Israelite has done, and I'm going to listen to it and see what I think.
Women to serve you.
Hold on.
The Laws of Man's Sexual Power in 2019, Part 1.
I don't think it has much to do with the year, but okay.
Number 1. Man is the image and glory of God, as we read in Genesis 1, 26 to 27, and 1 Corinthians 11:7. The Bible does not teach the doctrine of the soul. Man is the divine image, the male. The Creator made this world for you, men, and women to serve you. You are the prize, and as long as you are keeping the commandments, don't let women ever question your majestic
I'm sure they will disagree with that.
and exalted status. Being the image of God, we also bear the greatest responsibilities, which is why only men are required to be drafted, why men are the ones who die in our wars, why men build our civilization and do all the hardest and most dangerous jobs. The childbearing duties of women are all enabled by the finances of men, the work of men, and are compensated by the fact that they get to stay at home away from dangerous and stressful work as well as war. Thus, though we are grateful for the childbearing duties of women, these duties are more than compensated for and cannot be used to diminish the overwhelmingly greater accomplishments of men.
I'm sure they'll disagree with that.
Woman was made to serve man as his slave.
I'm sure they'll definitely disagree with that.
1 Corinthians 11:9, Exodus 20:17. 1 Corinthians 11:9, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Yes, men should feel entitled to and expect sex from women. Whenever you are with a single woman, the framework of the conversation should always carry a sexual tension to it. A woman who simply wants to be your friend is cucking you. She is shit-testing you. And if you find yourself in the friend zone, it is because you have allowed another framework other than sexual dominion to define the relationship you have with her. No doubt you have allowed this because of the disgusting doctrines of metaphysics. And
I definitely agree with that. That friend zone shit, yeah, I don't play that.
Your ignorance of the Word of God. Number 3.
I believe that.
Being fit only for slavery, then, women should be viewed as children, having neither the moral nor the intellectual ability to take responsibility for their life or actions.
May be true, but I'm sure they'll disagree with that.
MGTOW movement views women in a childish, egalitarian framework, which is why there is so much hatred for women in that movement. They expect much from women and get nothing but disappointment and heartache.
Yep.
God expects nothing from women.
Yep, and I think that's definitely a flaw with MGTOW. Definitely that. That's definitely a flaw with them. Go on.
Man shouldn't either. They are here to further the species, to take care of your home, and take care of your children. Nothing more. As we read in Ecclesiastes 7:27, quote, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account, which yet my being seeks, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. You see, from the time that women are young girls, where they're taught that they are princesses, then when they get into high school and all the young boys worship them because of their beauty and fertility, and then in college they are taught that they deserve the royal red carpet rolled out for them because of the feminist movement. Women do not have a sense of the way other people feel. Now, obviously, by nature, women are children, but especially in the system we live in now, women don't understand the way other people feel. True. They don't take it into account. They've never had to do so. So like children, women have inflated opinions about their value, and they're extremely sociopathic. Even after having sex with dozens of men and bearing bastard children, a modern woman will still claim she's a 10 and worthy of a top-tier man.
I see you're from
True.
Daytona Beach, and all of that looks great. It must be wonderful.
Definitely true. Yeah, this live stream is going to be, or rather I should say short live stream is going to be quite controversial. I'm definitely going to get some flack for this shit.
But can I tell you something? When the beach party is over, you don't get to say, you know what? I think now I'd like to have what everybody else has worked their entire life for. It doesn't work that way.
Fuck you, man. Yeah, fuck you. You don't fucking know me.
Great, that's great. See, now I'm so sorry I didn't hire you before. Leslie, could you please escort Miss... I don't even know her name because, of course, she doesn't have a resume.
You don't need a fucking escort, you piece of shit. What, you think I'm a fucking retard? Take your fucking job and fucking shove it. Fuck you.
Moreover, in an article published by OkCupid in 2009, having surveyed the preferences of men and women on their website, OkCupid concludes, quote, as you can see from the gray line, women rate an incredible 80% of guys as worse looking than medium. Very harsh. The most salient of which is that the average looking woman has convinced herself that the vast majority of males aren't good enough for her, unquote. Moreover, women initiate about 70% of the divorces. I've seen other rates, but this is the best documentation I could find, which is from the Stanford study, which states it's about 70%. It appears then that it is impossible to please this creature. What other conclusion then are we left with but that women are petulant children? Now infamous gold-digging YouTuber Shira7 showcases the things women deserve.
Yep.
You know, if you're given any little crumb, you should feel thankful and grateful. But when you demand something, or when you ask for something, or when you want something, you're made to feel guilty for wanting it. And, oh, you don't need that. Oh, you're materialistic. Oh, no, you don't supposed to have stuff like that. You should be this and that. But why do you want it if you're not supposed to have it? Why do you crave it if you're not supposed to have it? Why do you like it? Why are you attracted to it if it's not what you deserve? You know what I'm saying? If you look at something and you don't want it, you know, you're not bothered by it. But if you keep seeing something that you like, if you see a nice house, a nice car, a nice item of clothing, you feel like you would look good in it, you should be there, you belong there, then you do.
Now, let me think. What does this remind me of?
Fine, stand in the way at least. Like pretend.
Let's emphasize on that a bit. And this is why I have talked about in the past about why single motherhood is an issue, particularly in the black community. Why a boy especially needs his father in his life as a child. Because you're going to see, you're out in public, and the baby is screaming and throwing tantrums and having crying all the time, being loud. It's because they don't have that father to teach that boy how to act, how to behave, and eventually become a man. So you'll see stuff like this.
Oh, you're such a silly man.
Okay, I'll give you what you want. Okay, stop crying. So then they're always going to act like that to get what they want. These bastard children. But hey, that's my quote unquote misogynist opinion, right?
Now, remember when you were a kid and you wished you didn't have to go to school, you didn't have to do the dishes or mow the grass, you could just go to Kings Island or play basketball all day long? She-Ra's nothing like that, right? She's a responsible adult.
When is it okay to vacation and be in a hotel with them? When you no longer have a job, when they're paying all those bills, and you don't have to worry about anything. You're good. You're free. Every day is vacation. That's when they fully invest into you. Do you cook, clean if I feel like it? I have a cleaning service, so I don't scrub no toilet. I cook maybe once a week at the most. This week I cooked twice. It was a miracle. Always cooking from scratch, all that kind of stuff. I can cook, but I don't do it.
Mm-hmm. You can't cook.
I just use the artist excuse. I'm just not inspired today. You know, I'm an artist. I'm here to cook. I just have to feel like that spark of creativity, and I just don't. And if I don't put my heart into something, I just don't like doing it. You know, I'm a Pisces. You can't make me do something because if I'm not inspired, I just can't do it.
Interesting. So every day is a vacation. It's the female version of Peter Pan. Now, I mean, after hearing that, I'm ashamed for thinking that women are children. I'm just ashamed of myself. How did I ever get it in my head that women are children? I obviously see the great acts of responsibility and obligation She-Ra is taking upon herself and suggesting to other women, right?
I think feminists have their place as far as
Throw it up to 6.
making sure women aren't mistreated and da-da-da-da. Yes, feminists have their place. But to take it too far and to try to be a man is where they should have just stopped. That's all I'm saying. They should have stopped. There's nothing more powerful than a feminine feminist.
I see. So it's perfectly acceptable to keep men from holding women accountable for their wrongdoings, but let's not take it to the extreme where women have to be responsible for their own lives.
Any negative word about a woman that comes out of your mouth just shows that you're weak and that you cannot get what you want from her.
Interesting. So there's no context where women can be criticized. Fascinating. So women can never be criticized under no circumstances. Now, that is the example of a mature adult if I've ever seen it. I mean, parents should just get rid of their paddles immediately because correcting the child is just off limits.
I mean, I could play victim. Do you know how many people have been beaten and abused in this world? If everybody was a victim, nobody would get anywhere. You gotta get out of that victimhood. The only victims over here should be the men. Okay? I'm serious.
When She-Ra was a young lady, an alpha male she was into refused to commit to her because he found out how many men She-Ra had already had sex with. Now, of course, like an adult, She-Ra took responsibility for her failures and moral shortcomings, right?
Men are very logical by nature, very mechanical, very technical. And, of course, they can make some great videos. They have deep voices, and they can talk about MGTO all day like it's a science. But guess what? All it is a display of your male weakness and mediocrity. Okay? I can get on here live, messy background, and still make more sense than you. Okay?
That sounds like a contradiction to me. So men are logical and technical and all this stuff, but they don't make any sense? I'm scratching my head at that one.
I see. So it was the reason why Tyrone turned you down all those years ago was because of his weakness and mediocrity. Okay, I got it. Interesting. So it wasn't that he turned you down. It was you turned him down. Wow, that's such a mature response to that difficult situation, Shira.
What, you think I'm a fucking retard? Take your fucking job and fucking shove it. Fuck you!
I'm not sitting here being upset because men won't like me as I am or yield to my standards, because they do. You know? I'm not sitting up here saying men hit the wall and they're this and that, because the men that I deal with, they don't.
Wait, so it wasn't that those alpha males in your youth rejected you and your demands, Shira. You preferred to settle for an older, washed-up simp. Wow. So if that is the case, why do you seem so bitter about what happened?
I mean, I could play victim. Do you know how many people have been beaten and abused in this world? If everybody was a victim, nobody would get anywhere. You gotta get out of that victimhood. The only victims over here should be the men. Okay? I'm serious. Yeah. But, you know, if you're young and you're just starting off, yeah, go fall in love. I always say this. Go fall in love. Go get your heart broken in free times. And then when you're ready, these videos will still be here. I'm not saying go out and do this, like, if this is not an issue for you. I said go out and do this after you're tired of dealing with, you know, these guys who keep lying to you and using you and dumping you after 2 weeks, or after they get bored of you and tired of you. When you're tired of that lifestyle, when you're tired of being a pick-me, then you come get these videos. Because there's only one way, like, you know how they ever say, you know, there's only one way to beat your enemy, and it's to become them. I'm not saying men are your enemy.
Yes, that is exactly what you just said, Shira. You view men as your enemy because when you were young, you got rejected by that alpha that you were in love with, and now you're trying to put on this Jezebel character as a way to get revenge against him, as a way to tell yourself that you turned him down and he didn't turn you down. This is not theory. I watched this happen with the only girlfriend I've ever had that was long-term. And when I was 20 years old, I learned my lesson, and I've never made that mistake again, to ever fall in love with any thought here in this country.
I'm just gonna let him talk. I'm just gonna let Southern Israelite. I'm just gonna sit quietly and listen to some more of this.
That alpha saw how many dicks you had already taken, and he wasn't gonna marry you, just like what happened with me. And just like what you're doing, I watched my girlfriend right after I've numerous times turned down her marriage proposals. I watched her do exactly what you're doing. She tried to make the narrative sound like she turned me down and I didn't turn her down. I refused to get married to her over and over again. And so she went after some simp at this university. And by the way, fellas, whenever your girlfriend goes back to college, if she goes back to take a class or something like that, what she's doing is she's looking for a simp to marry. That's what she's doing, okay? She's looking for some other dude there. That's why she's going back to college. And she found some dude who would marry her. And, of course, she made the whole thing. She turned me down, and I didn't turn her down. Why? Because women are children. And of course, what would she do every month? She would be at my house wanting to have sex behind her boyfriend's back. Why? Because alpha fucks and beta bucks. That is true, man. These girls look for a beta dude to marry them, but the alpha dudes, they want to fuck them. They want to have sex with the alpha dudes and get the beta dudes to marry them and finance them. It's disgusting cuckery.
Seen it for myself. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to leave it at that.
But that is the gameplay of these women nowadays. I mean, I actually felt sorry for this poor dude because she told me, like, she when she would come to my house to cheat on her boyfriend, she told me that she would she would tell him and his friends that she was with me just because my dick was really big. And she said that, you know, I'm 6 foot, almost 6'3". This dude, I stood like a foot over this dude. It was like 8 inches or so taller than this dude. And I mean, she flat out told me that she would come and cheat on her boyfriend with me because of this. I actually had to lecture her. I was just like, Amy, you are cruel. And, you know, dude, these women are sociopaths, man.
I'm saying become like them. Become like them, which is detach emotionally. Save your emotions for your kids and your family.
Become like that. How can you become what you were born as? You were already that. Okay, that's just me.
Again, here she is, again, not understanding what happened to her. The alpha dudes that are with the thoughts when we're young, it's not that we don't care about you. I was actually really upset when me and the only girlfriend I ever had in my life, because I refused to date any more thoughts, and all the women are thoughts now. When we broke up, I was really upset over it. And I had just turned down numerous marriage proposals from her. I didn't want to break up, but I didn't want to marry. See, this is the thing. The modern thought thinks that we're just cold-hearted and that we don't care about their feelings. That's not it. You're not caring about our feelings. When we find out how many dudes you've had sex with, that is devastating to us.
I would rather not find out. I would rather just stick to safe sex, honestly, until I could really trust somebody like that. That's just me. You know.
It's not that we don't care about you anymore. It's that we don't respect you to the degree to marry you. We want you to be a concubine. We don't want you to be a wife. That's the point. You don't deserve to be a wife. All you deserve to be is a concubine. And you interpret that as being, we don't care about you. That's not true. I mean, I was very upset when me and my thought when I was young broke up. Very upset. But, and then she would show up at my house to cheat on her boyfriend on a regular basis. And of course, you know exactly what's going on in her head. She thinks I was being cold with her for rejecting her marriage proposal, and that's not it. You refuse to face the fact that when you had sex with all these dudes, that plummeted you in value. You keep telling yourself you're a 10 because of the way you look. You don't understand that that's not the only parameter we use to determine value. Yes, beauty is very important. Youth and fertility, very important. But we want chastity. If you want us to marry you, we want chastity. So which one?
Y'all didn't hear it from me. Y'all did not hear it from me. But hey, anybody can take this any way they want. It is what it is. He said what he said. I put my 2 cents into it. And, yeah.